20th century, sardine shoals were so huge that millions of them would be sidetracked into the shallows, where they were taken in nets, buckets, even upturned skirts. This is what became known as the sardine run. In recent years, sardines have been reaching the northern beaches in fewer and fewer numbers. As the ocean temperatures rise, the conditions will be less favorable for the shoals to approach the shallows. As the ocean changes, their behavior will also change. Further south, however, on the wild coast, there is still an abundance of activity, like nowhere else on Earth. The shoal has been forced to the surface. It twists and turns and scutters, dazzling its attackers. The sea is alive with predators. Unconcerned with each other, focused only upon taking the sardines from every conceivable direction. An undersea battle has begun. So how do we fit into the food chain? If we have to squeeze the fish into the can or pack it in ice? What can we do to keep our oceans alive? Can we control ourselves just enough to share the sea with other predators at the top of the food chain? Can we control ourselves just enough to keep the circle of life spinning beneath the waves? What would it take? Once upon a time, all the world's oceans were as rich and vital as the wild coast. What would it take to bring the world's oceans back to life? It is time for a sea change. In the late 19th century, French scientist Marcel Hurubel first proposed the concept of marine reserves. He suggested that whole areas of the ocean, the fish hatcheries and nurseries, be protected. No one listened. Right now, over 12% of the world's land is protected, yet less than 1/100% of the ocean is a marine reserve. New Zealand and South Africa now lead the way, with South Africa committing to protecting 20% of its coastline. If the rest of the world were to follow, there would be hope for our ocean wilderness. Hope for the great shoals and for the predators. For now, there is a place where we can have a glimpse of what the oceans of the world would have looked like hundreds of years ago. And perhaps one day could again. This is the Wild Ocean. This is where Africa meets the sea.
Sibongile, Sibongile, Sibongile.